Hello, welcome to the live stream. The LIVESTREAM. Oh. We are in North Point. I'm going to make my way to the coastline, which is just over there. But first, we have to go upstairs. This is the scope that I should have done yesterday, which I'm doing now. But yesterday I was recovering from the mild effects of the second dose from the BioNTech vaccine. I had enough effort to want to go to work. That was it. And then I just went home. So we're going to go in a north direction, that way. And then we're going to end up on the far side over there. That's where Fortress Hill is. Hello, Dave. Otherwise, I'm okay now. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I didn't feel dizzy or anything, just a headache, and I just felt like I had a mild infection because the body's got to deal with, you know, the modified virus with which to fight it with. Just went to bed at 8 o'clock. Slept for like 10 hours. North Point is one of the most densely populated parts, in the sense that there's very few parks, very little green space here. It's all mostly high-rise. I've just finished working in that building over there. So straight from work into doing a YouTube. I hope there's some decent views today. Large parts of it are being redeveloped. It is. I hate these days actually, because it's so sharp in terms of heat. So I really want to get in the cover of some shade while I'm making this. If you see a lot of people sitting around, like over there, they're domestic workers that oh, someone's kindly sort of put a warning there. Why don't you just get rid of it? So you can see them. They'll spend the whole day in a bus station. I don't think that's appropriate for them in terms of health, but they've got nowhere else to go. Oh, it's a glorious day. No air pollution whatsoever. It's so clear. shame about the bridge though, isn't it? But the bridge, or the flyover, is actually a shortcut to get through Hong Kong City. You take that route so you don't have to spend all that time through traffic lights. There's a bird of prey. I never see the birds of prey dive bombing. Over there is Lion Rock, although it doesn't look very liony, does it? But it looks like a lion resting on its side. And immediately in front of us, that is To Kwa Wan. That still actually has a lot of old buildings because of the restriction on the height of the buildings because of the old Kai Tak airport. So it's going through a bit of a redevelopment. Well, as always, Hong Kong is always going through a redevelopment. Yeah, we're trying to find a better view without this bridge in the way. This is one of the new redevelopments that they've put here. They've made sure to put those wall gardens on as well. They've got their own malls, gymnasiums, expensive harbour front properties. Yeah, they're everywhere. Always in some sort of random place. Just realised they kept that tree there. They actually built around it. Oh, check that out. A little birdie. Looks like some sort of heron. You don't see those a lot in Hong Kong. Let me try and adjust my camera. I've got a bit of a tilt here. Is that better? No, the tilt is annoying me. Hold on. That's better. Maybe you don't notice it. This part is like two awkward pieces, two like jigsaw pieces that don't really fit together, because you've got the old ferry terminals, which were built here decades ago, and then you've got these places, this new part, and they have to sit next to each other. It's such a contrast, especially with the fishermen. Just not the traditional, but the how can I explain it? Like, this is a very refined sort of way of living, and you expect a certain quality or class of people here, and then you've got these people who are just, hello, Victoria. Should have been yesterday, but I was ill yesterday with the second COVID vaccine. And you got these people with their fishing. So things are a little bit more lax here, because you won't be able to do anything like that. You know, if you go to a park, remember, you can't go to a park, you can't cycle, can't skateboard, just can't do anything. Yeah, just across where someone else owns the land, you can do what you want there. We're in North Point, Victoria, heading to Fortress Hill. All that beautiful grass and you're not allowed on it. It is. It's a lovely day here, Brian. Not my kind of day though. I don't like these days because I burn easily. Hello, Max. Yeah, always keep off the grass. These ones carry cars, but shit, you never really see them carry cars anymore. And I think this one has a restaurant on top. I think they both do. But you can also have these for burials at sea, where you scatter people's ashes. I think you could pay for it. I'm wearing I like to wear, like, this shirt is factor like SPF 50 equivalent. Yeah, I didn't notice the step. Like, who designed that? Sorry, I want it perfectly. Shit. It's annoying me. The slight angle. No, it's the gimbal. It's just slightly slanted. No one's complaining about it except for me. This is the Hong Kong to Kowloon ferry. I did a couple of live streams on this one. This isn't like a tourist ferry. It's a place just to get you to the other side. And it's got a fish market. Yeah, this one's supposed to be easier. A lot easier. People whacking the mosquitoes off their legs. Oh, I really like this gimbal. It's really good, actually. I want to go over here. Then we can get a better view without the bridge. You see all these tents? Those aren't homeless people. Those are set up by the domestic workers again. Later in this live stream, we're going to go check out there's a market where the tram runs through it, and then we're going to try and look at some of the older buildings that are still in this area. No. Domestic workers who are just sharing their day off together. And a portable cooker. No, just for today. So they'll set it up. Just spend the day here. No, they live with their bosses, but on their holiday, because they've got only a limited number of places to go to, they'll set up a tent in some sort of open space and spend the day there, and then they'll pack it up and go home. That's what I mean. Sorry if I'm not being clear. Yeah, it's good yachting weather, isn't it? See, my horizon is slanted. I hate it. I can't believe how clear the weather is. This would be a great place to fly the drone as well. We don't care or notice. Yeah, but I care. Yeah, you go for that selfie, girl. Yeah, there might be. She's going to do a selfie behind the man who's stretching surreptitiously. I love it. There you go. Come on, you stretch, mister. I want the perfect shot so you get the stretch and the selfie at the same time. Go on, time it. Come on. Come on. Damn it. Nah, you ain't doing it. Bollocks. Anyway, that's this part of Hong Kong sorted. But it's, like I say, it's a good place to take the drone. This took ages to get done. But now it's open and you've got the pandemic, there's no one going into the malls. Because the shops seem mainly for mainlanders again. Trying to capitalise on the Chinese market. All the shops are just repeats of other shops. Anyway, because I had a fever yesterday, I went into this restaurant, this Japanese restaurant where they do temperature checks, and I tripped the alarm. But first I used my hand and it recorded a normal temperature. I did it with my head, tripped the alarm, and yes, it is hot. It is 31 degrees. Then I did it with my head, tripped the alarm, and they didn't even check me. They just reset the alarm, like as though it had a glitch and it wasn't to be believed. And I thought to myself two things. One, a lot of people use their hand, and I don't know why that's allowed or accepted, because the hand is of a lower temperature. And then the second one is they didn't check me. So I could have had COVID yesterday. Oh, I'm fine now. Just a 1 day, you know, headache, general tiredness. And I didn't sleep really well yesterday. Much better now though. So this is one of the junctions for the tram where it doesn't go all the way east. They'll circle back on themselves here. How was it? Oh, I'm vaccinated now, yes. So there's 4 queuing up here. Wow, there's lots of market enforcers here. These officers, loads of them. So there's some over there. That's like 8 I've seen already. Because there's some over there. But what they're probably doing is just inspecting to see if everyone's in compliance. Totally different world, isn't it? This is what I'm saying about the contrasts in North Point. You've got this really busy area, lots of people, and then over there in that new developed area, nice and peaceful, just nice parks, and people are chilling. The Biontech one. She's selling smelly things here. This one's selling like Indonesian food or Filipino food. Snacks for $20. You get a meal there. They're probably trying to make it easy for people to just get a quick bite while they're sitting in their tents. Yeah, my doctor told me to get it. And I gotta say, they were really efficient with the whole vaccination process. I arrived 2 hours early and they did it in like 40 minutes and there was a huge queue. So I arrived at 2:30 thinking, oh, they won't mind because it won't be busy, lunchtime crowd and everything. And you're not wrong, Max. And it turns out that obviously the people who are doing the vaccinations also have a lunchtime. So last time I went, it was quiet. This time, huge queue. And I asked the guy in English, like, if I get in this queue, will I be done before 4 o'clock? And he was like, yes. So queued up at 2:30 and I was out the door by 3:20. And that was with the 15 minutes required to wait for the vaccine after getting it. No, she's not. She doesn't see any point at the moment. If you want to go to China, you've got to take the Sinovac vaccine. These are ladies of the night, I think. The ones on my right were. Yeah, fish market, vegetable market. Ooh. Is it Kevin? And then Rhea told me that they've got 100 cases in Taiwan somehow. Yeah, but Hong Kong is very good at stopping people at the border. So we're okay for the most part. Nope. Oh really? That's because you've got the Moderna, I think, in America mostly. But BioNTech is in the States as far as I know, and so is in the UK as well. If you watch Star Trek Voyager, they use a lot of Asian fruits as alien fruits. And now that I've obviously lived in Asia and you see these dragon fruits, you realize, oh, they didn't like design a fruit, they just went to Asia and found exotic fruits. Oh yeah, Pfizer, sorry, yeah, that's why you probably haven't heard of it. Oh, typical. There's a white guy there who doesn't put the mask over his nose. Why am I not surprised? He's a predictable maverick. Oh, a toy shop. Yeah, you don't need to wear one if you've got the vaccine. The vaccination. I'm going to wait for this tram to pass. It's one of the few places where you've got a busy street like this where the tram passes. It reminds me of those places in, I don't know, in Vietnam or Thailand. Whales outside today. Yeah, that's true. So you're asking for trouble, really. So I'm very surprised. I would have thought that the Asian governments would have initiated that, but they haven't. Not even in Asia, where people are much more sensible and trustworthy. With regard to masks, disclaimer.
Uy, diri rata. Diri rambutan oh. Dito rata.
I wonder what that space is used for. Up here. It's got strip lighting. Anyway, it's a nice little balcony. Yeah, quite a few on the top and behind me. Here, for example, you see these very low buildings? In Chinese, they're called Tong Lau. They're really old. And that was probably the average height of buildings pre-war. So these ones are still here. And a lot of them look like they're still occupied. This one isn't. So when they're not occupied, it's a good indication that it's been bought out and it's due for demolishing, even if there is a business at the bottom. It's about getting rid of the residents. Oh, really? Oh. Well, you guys are telling me more. I've really sort of pulled back from watching the news. Yeah, shame I can't go there and film it on YouTube. Oh, I didn't know that was legal. They built a shelf on here. This one's nice, the top right one with the garden. The fuck? What's she doing? Is she okay? There's another little shrine. If Dave is still in the chat. Let me just poke my head around the corner. Let me just check. Yeah, she looks okay. Huh. There's another one actually. We're outside a recycling centre. Yeah, it was. I've never been here before. Right, we're back on the main road by the tram. We are also now in Fortress Hill. Not North Point. I've been here one time before with you on Periscope. There's some really old buildings behind here. Yeah, chunking mansions. I haven't been there in a while either. These ones here. Huh. Hold on a second, I've got to do my shoelaces. Oh. What was that place? I don't remember where you went after that. I need to cross the road for this part. But basically there's this exhibition now about the State Theatre in here, this building, which is now grade 1 listed. We'll cross the road and I'll show it to you. But myself and Rhea went here about a week ago to look inside because they got an exhibition on that tries to capture the feel of what it was like to perform in such a place 50, 60 years ago when it first opened. They were going to demolish this building, but now they're not. This was built by a British guy who brought loads of international stars to come and perform here. You can actually go on top and check it out as well, but we couldn't do it when we went. It was night time and they said we're not allowed. But I managed to get some postcards, so I'm going to do a giveaway for the postcards, 5 each. Yeah, somehow I'm going to do a giveaway. Yeah, very rare. So they wanted to get rid of it, then there was an outcry, so instead they're going to modernize it and turn it into something else. But this place went out of business very quickly, I think within like 10 years, because it was so expensive to run. And the ticket prices were too expensive for normal Hong Kong people to go. And then they turned it into a shopping mall and just a movie cinema. And before, you could actually go inside those shops. Yes, we went inside about a week ago. I've got some photos. Rhea took some photos. I could somehow try and share them for you, but I've got photos of a hairdresser's that's in there, and it's sort of like a time capsule. They've just left it as it was from the 1950s. It's like they just closed it and then opened it. I don't even close it, just made it accessible to us to look at it again. All the equipment is there, just as it was 50 years ago. Right, I'm just waiting for the lights to change and then we'll cross back over. But if you look up Fortress Hill State Theatre, you'll get some drone shots overhead. And the way they organised it inside is they've made it sort of like an underground, well, an indoor street, so you can walk through it and go to different parts that are different shops or exhibits. They don't do an English, they don't have an English tour guide, so me and Rhea abandoned it. You're only allowed a certain number because they're following COVID restrictions. So we just walked around at our own pace, but inside it's all in English and Chinese, but the tour guide is only in Chinese. Yeah. I wish I could show you it. They've even got like a Bruce Lee portion, because Bruce Lee's, not his last film, but the film that he was making, Game of Death, is filmed inside this place. See, there's a little bit of it in there. Behind that, but it's behind the curtain. So you got freedom to walk around and just check everything out. But I didn't know all the shops had been boarded up. Yeah, it's awesome because I'm telling you, I'm not showing you. Alright, we're going to go inside an older mall from like the 1980s, but I want to change my mask. Give me a second. My pollution mask is getting to me. Just for reference, the Tong Lau that we were looking at are just over there. So we've just gone about almost full circle in terms of the streets. But do you remember I was saying to you before, if all the residents have moved out, then it's probably more than likely that the building is going to be demolished. This is behind the State Theatre, and you can see, apart from maybe, well, that's actually probably just the workmen, but all of these apartments are empty. No one's living in them. So they'll be getting rid of this building soon. Yeah, lots of local shops. Oh, I forgot the name, but I'll look up the name when I get out again. But it's not very busy in here most times because it's not one of those newfangled malls. It's the old style. There you go, there's the name of it, Maxi Base. I want some aircon. It's getting hot here. Yeah. But a lot of them might be stores that have like an online presence. This one sells plants. But plants that eat insects, just that kind. Yeah, that's 320 Hong Kong dollars. That's like 32 pounds, 8, 16, 24, 32, like 40 US dollars for this. That one's closer to 50. That one's 700 Hong Kong. It's crazy. I mean, look, these ones come in plastic cups. That's like 20 US dollars. And that one's 40. It's amazing in terms of the cost. Some of them are so cheap here that they use the units as just storage. You can just store your crap in here. There are some adverts. There are some adverts here where you can buy the, where you can rent the space for like 2,000 Hong Kong a month. So here it is again, same shop. Same prices. That's lettuce. He's trying to sell us lettuce. It's like really esoteric kind of plants. That was nearly 100 US. And I'm just wondering, how do they make any money? Who's buying them? There's even a fish shop here that sells pet fish, and you have to go by appointment. You can even rent your own classroom if you want. You can set up your own business, I mean, and have your own classroom here. Yeah. See? Store. That's a classroom as well. Storage again. And it could be home storage. It could be storage for their business. Like obviously that's a toy shop. But yeah, 2,000. This is a stitching workshop. As you can see, it's very busy. We're not going to go any further because there's just nothing down there. And this is the bottom level. When we go up, some of the shops are a lot bigger. I think there's a restaurant on either side of the mall. It's like a Fairwood on one side and a Cafe de Coral on the other. Have you tried out the new Hong Kong MTR Hong Kong 2mm Tuen Mun? No, I didn't even know about it. Is this the MTR line that goes from Tuen Mun to Ma and Shan? Okay, we're back at the beginning again. So now, let's go up this time. Oh, it's a piano school. Oops, wrong way. I wonder when busiest foot traffic is. This one's another music shop. See, they're easy. This one here, this one's only open for 3 hours a week. Other times it's by appointment. But typically education centres will exist in malls like this. Hello, Nicole. Welcome. Here we have an acupuncture shop. That smile is definitely pretending to say it doesn't hurt. This is a shop for domestic workers, and it gives you the information, tells you what they can do, tells them the father's name. This is all public information, like I can look at it. And their skills, personality, facial expression, tidiness, whether they speak English and Cantonese. Tells you the experience in domestic work. Tells you she doesn't eat pork, but can handle and cook pork. Right? Occupation. Tells you the parents' occupations as well. It says she's a Muslim, that's why she doesn't eat the pork. And they've all got to do this pose. It's crazy, right? So much information. Obviously for the employer to have a good impression about them. When really, all they're doing is just looking after your house. So, I mean, okay, the pork thing I can understand. There's another art school here. I don't know why, but this beauty shop has a Captain America shield in front of it. Upstairs is a church and loads of doctors. I'm not going up there because they're all closed anyway. And then randomly, we've got a toy shop. Such a odd collection of shops. The piano school or music center. Beauticians as well. That's easy to have in a mall like this. Right, we're done here. That was a quick tour of Maxi, what was it called? Maxi Base Mall. Now you know. Well, I'm probably going to continue for another 10 minutes. Here comes the police. As I was saying before, there's very little green space in Hong Kong. In this part of Hong Kong. So there's no parks really, and the ones that are mostly concrete. So you have to get out of Fortress Hill and North Point if you want some green. Let's go back on the main road. Kevin, are you still in here? Bye-bye, Max. Thank you for coming. I made a post on my DeviantArt account last night with that one image by Jet Freak, just announcing that my podcast episode 1 is done, and I got 1,000 hits overnight. but I've also got in contact with a few other artists, and one guy said he'll do some images for me for $20 a pop. And then he even made one for me just out of goodwill. He redid it just so it conforms to the other images that I've got, and I was like, wow, very nice of him. Yeah, so I've got someone who's going to animate ship scenes. Now I just need someone who's going to do character artists. I've never been up this road, so I'm gonna find out what's going on up here. See if it takes us anywhere. Yeah, it could be. But I spent yesterday, while I was ill, copying music, and I was on DeviantArt just trying to figure out which artists I could get on my side. But because my profile is empty, if I'm asking for commissions, people might think, this is my thinking anyway, that the account is a kind of a throwaway account, so they're suspect, and that's why I made that post. So I made that one post, got 1,000 hits, and then got myself some watches. But all I'm doing is reposting, not even reposting, I'm posting custom art from others, announcing the podcast. But now I guess it looks like my account looks like, what's the word? I'm invested in it. It looks a lot more legitimate. It looks more like part of the community. I didn't have to walk up here, by the way, but I haven't seen up here before. Yesterday I wasn't in the mood to walk up any steps. I was so ill. Fuck. Okay, it's a park I've never known about. And there doesn't seem to be another exit for it. Yeah, well, 1,000 people saw it. I'll check my download numbers probably tomorrow, see if it's made a difference. But I know the guy out of good faith who out of good faith redid an image for me. He downloaded it. This is a solar powered mosquito catcher. No, sadly, no grass. I think we saw the grass. That's probably a church group over there, Philippine church group. Huh. It's a good park to go to if you want to be left alone, because you've got to walk up all those steps. A lot of Hong Kong parks are just manicured, or overly manicured. That's the word I wanted to use before. Especially with these new developments with their own gardens. Can't just let nature be nature, it's got to be tended to. And that's what gives it this artificial sort of vibe. That's why I'm surprised that tree at the beginning of the live stream was left as it was. That was there naturally. And obviously they took pity on it and didn't kill it. Get rid of it. Well, this building's got a nice thigh gap. Again, if we go back to that idea of contrasts, I know I'm talking to most of you who know, but for those on the replay, you've got this place, private security, probably its own taxi signaling, and yet just down over there, you've got people living in Tong Lau's, and that street with the trams, all those old buildings, and then boom, big private residence like that. Oh yeah? Whereas the Kowloon side seems a bit more stable or more consistent in a way. I've got to do another gardening video today when the sun goes down. What's up here? Try and get that edited ASAP as well. Yeah, I'm not walking up there. Forget it. Right, let's go back down. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna walk us to another area that I missed out on before. I fancy checking it out, so longer than 10 minutes. Don't forget, I'll put chapters in the show description. I should have said that at the beginning. I've got to get my spiel done properly, like I used to with Periscope. Anyway, with all these images, I want to make my own. I want to visualize the first episode, Kevin, and then put it on YouTube. Copyrights be damned, I don't mind. Just to try and get the attention. So I have some animated scenes and some stills and whatnot. And I've seen people make 4K versions of pieces of Star Trek Voyager. So, with their permission, hopefully, I'll use it. But if you've ever seen the film, have you seen that film 12 Monkeys? If you have, it was based off a French film called Le Jetée, made I think in the 1950s, and it's like 20 something minutes long. And it's made out of still images, except for one scene. And I feel like, oh, I could do that easily. I can make a Star Trek Le Jetée inspired episode. And who knows, with that attention, if it gets anything, I'll start a Kickstarter or something and get people to animate the other episodes. Make them better than the first one. So sort of treat it like a proof of concept. It's another one of those shops. Looks even more empty. This is where I want to go. Hello, Paula. We're wrapping up, actually. Probably got about 10 minutes left. I should really learn to post these on Twitter. If I posted these on Twitter, like an hour before I start, would that actually help any of you? I keep forgetting. I know, that's what I'm saying. I will post them when YouTube has processed the video, but do you want a pre-announcement, is what I mean, to me going live? Right, we're going back to North Point now. Here's one of those. Okay, an hour and 90 minutes is good enough. You see how it's just cut off? So at some point, obviously they built this building, they gave it a car park, and they just sliced it off. And this is one of those rare buildings with a rounded corner. Huh. Huh, a vegetarian buffet. All you can eat in 20 minutes. Oh, okay. Huh. Needs a good steak. There's some little hipster coffee shops around here. Not that one, but most of them. I mean, on the eastern side of the island, they're few and far between. On Saipon side, there's loads of them. And then the hipster ones give me the impression that they're going to be for young people. And that idea of them being young contrasts in my mind with something like this at the top, where this is very much about age. But apart from navel gazing in that sense, you can see the age of the building, the height of the building, the scars left over. Yeah, just a weird, again, I'm going back to the idea of contrasts. I keep repeating myself. New age hipster coffee shop, and then you've got people drying their clothes outside in a sort of ramshackle makeshift. In fact, it's got an outdoor kitchen up there. Corrugated iron roofing, right? That's interesting. What's this building on the road? I've never seen one of these before. Do you know what it is, Kevin? It doesn't say what it is to me. No, there's no food in there. Oh, this is not a dead end. Oh, there's a path. But as with every dead end, it's a chance to get some old buildings in. Well, I'm not walking back, so see where this goes. Yeah, Kevin, only you'd get them. Okay, I'm back where I need to be. It's fine. More Tong Laos. Anything with this central sort of with the slits in the middle is a sort of dated design. That one over there has it as well. You know, if you build like a place like Lohas Park or TKO, you don't find random exhaust ports out in the middle of the street like you do in North Point, because it was obviously here before the MTR. Just another one of those random things. No, Kevin, I haven't. It's all go in this neighborhood. It still always blows me away that we're just around the corner from the main road. And then you've got what look like very, hello Brad, very quiet neighborhoody sort of streets. Yeah, someone said in the last live stream, Penguin 6 is coming here, coming back. But I think he also has to renew his visa, his permanent ID. Resident ID, sorry. Oh, this place, there's a workshop for Chinese signage in this style. That's pretty cool. I have to tell Rhea about it. Yeah, the artist is working in there as well. Where are we? What street are we on? Doesn't even say. Okay, I'll look it on Google Maps. Metropole building. Okay, I'm staying on until I run out of backstreets to explore. Camping Street. Okay. Camping Street. Of course there are car workshops here. Yes, Paula, you can. Because you've got a hiking route here that will take you to what's it called? Jardine Lookout. Goes all the way along here. Okay, thank you, Vicky, for turning up. There's a Mongolian restaurant here. I think it's that one actually. Been there one time. There aren't many in Hong Kong, but as you know, I love Mongolian culture. There's another hipster dipster, new age coffee shop. But this little street is all restaurants. But when you turn the corner, There's North Point MTR. So it's right next to the station. We've run out of backstreets. I don't think it makes a difference to you, does it? For me, this is now the way to go to work. So it's lost some of its charm because I know this street. Right, I think, yeah, see? Of course you're going to say. It's all interesting. I remember doing a live stream in that coffee shop over there, Cafe Italiano. And Jeff Goldberg was giving me shit because I was, in fact, Paula, I think you were in that scope, I think. But he was saying, you're supposed to use Periscope to point out to the world, not talk to it. Because he was so strict in that belief that it's about showing people the world, not doing talking head scopes. Right, I'm going to close this one up. Well, he did get kicked off the platform. I mean, let's not forget that. Well, if you wanted to follow the Periscope philosophy, you can't see the world through someone else's eyes. You're seeing the world through someone else's telephone anyway. So, come on, if you want to be technical about it. Ugh. No worries, Brian. Here's another example of, like, this is a relatively new building, and then you've got these two old ones, and then you've got this old walkway going up, and the streets aren't exactly in. It's not a perfect crossroads. So it's the old and the new again. In fact, I've never been up this road. Yeah, I'm not going up there. I'll look on the map. I don't think there's anything up there though. I think it's just a residential area. People put potted plants in the most awkward, not awkward, but someone's done that and no one's going to touch it. You see this place here? The name of the street, it's Tat Si Moi Road. And there are some buses that go past my, near my apartment on the King's Road in between Taiku and Quarry Bay. And I keep seeing Tat Si Moi. And so one day I asked Rhea, I said, Rhea, where the fuck is Tat Si Moi? And to me it sounds like a big place like Jordan or something. I know it's not. And then she said, oh, I don't know. I don't know where that is. And you have to remember that Rhea used to live in North Point, and obviously she lives in Quarry Bay now. And we're in Tat Si Moi. This is it. In fact, the bus ends on the next block, the bus route. My God, someone's using a mobile phone inside a phone box. That's an odd look. You think so? These ones, these ones are from the British. These short ones here. But these ones with big balcony, these are priceless. Huge balcony, large apartment space, facing the sun. And those pink ones behind as well. Nice big balconies again. There's a phone booth near mine which they've just dismantled, and it was the home of a homeless lady. Now she sleeps next to it. Yes, there's still a phone in there. Yeah, little bits. For such a developed place. I'll show you something else, even though I'm supposed to end the live stream. What do you mean? Push button. This is a basketball court for a public housing estate, which is here. Tiny little balconies. There's another one with, wow, those ones at the top must be paying extra $1 for those. But there's this driving park over here. Oh yeah, I can get in. The only one I've seen in Hong Kong. You see it? So it's for young kids and their bikes. Teaching them to wait at the road, the traffic lights and stuff. Crazy, right? And there's like an underpass, which you can come out or down from there. And you've got an overpass. So it's got like a little bit of everything from a normal urban environment, and public toilets. Yeah, like a mini city for the kids. Yeah, proper signage and everything. I stumbled on it once. I did a periscope about it ages ago. There's another mosquito catcher, solar powered one. What do you mean kill? You mean like be dead? You mean popular? You can practice your jaywalking, can't you? And just here, you see the shop. We're going to walk past it in a minute. But it looks like a slum, but it's actually a shop. And again, it's next to this new development here. I think when this person dies and they can't renew the license because they can't be inherited, they'll get rid of that. The street shops are dying out. See what it sells. Oh, just magazines and water. Huh. Yeah, this is a new brand. Not this well, this coffee shop is a new brand also. But this here, K11, there's a couple on the Kowloon side, and now they're popping up on this side, and they do these sort of residential buildings with shops inside that are environmentally friendly as well, or supposed to be. And this is the old state of Hong Kong, what it used to be. Big industrial buildings. Right. I'm really going to wrap this up now. So thank you for watching. We're just outside Quarry Bay, exit C. Sure, I'm going to go home and edit this one out and just do some more editing. And I'm so thirsty. Sadly, you can't walk here to the other side. It's blocked off. It takes about 10 minutes to get through. So you've got to walk outside to get to the other side of Quarry Bay. But yeah, okay, thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.